And then he says, Walil Bukhari, and there's a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كل أمتي يدخلون الجنة إلا من أبى قيل من يأبى قال من أطاعني دخل الجنة ومن عصاني فقد أبى. The Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, he said, كل أمتي, everyone, all of my nation, all of my people, يدخلون الجنة, they will enter Jannah, except the one that refuses, إلا من أبى. قيل من يأبى, they said, who would refuse, O Messenger of Allah? قال من أطاعني دخل الجنة, whoever obeys me, he will enter Jannah. And ومن عصاني فقد أبى, whoever disobey me, indeed he had refused. Right, so first the Prophet ﷺ making it very, very clear that all of my ummah, the ummah that the Prophet ﷺ was sent to, they all will enter Jannah except the one that refuses. Except the one that refuses. So they said to the Prophet ﷺ, who would refuse? You know, and who would ever refuse to enter Jannah? Because the word except the one that refuses. And people, the first thing that comes into your mind is when someone is offered something that is, everybody would agree that this is a beautiful thing, and the opposite of it is a real punishment. And if he refuses, there's something wrong with him. So they said, who would refuse then? The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever obeys me, dakhal Jannah, wa asani faqad ab. Whoever obeys me, he will enter Jannah. Whoever disobeys me, he had refused. So when you say to your child, for example, you know, you set a prize for something that he would do. You know, you say to him, would you like to have, you know, a nice prize, like a bicycle, for example, if you study and you pass your exam. And this is the only way that you will get a bike this year, for example. Right? So if he studies, that means he wants the bike. But if he doesn't study, he doesn't want the bike. He would say, but I want the bike. Right? But he is not truthful in whatever he desires and what he wants. Because if you want something, you'll be able to do what leads you or what guides you to have it. And there's a very important principle in life. مَنْ رَغِبَ فِي شَيْءٍ قَدْرُ عَلَيْهِ. A principle of life that we can teach our children and to be upon. Whoever has a desire of something, he'll be able to achieve it. He'll be able to do it. So when a person finds himself not able to attain something that is attainable, right? That means his zeal is not there. He's not, you know, he really doesn't want to have it. And that's why he's not having it. Of course, everything is by the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at least the zeal of the need of a person has to be truthful. So whoever disobeys the Prophet ﷺ, he refuses to enter the Jannah of Allah, even if he claims that he wants to, because the path of Jannah is a straightforward path. And whoever follows the deen of Islam, he will enter the Jannah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that means he has to be patient with what he faces in the straight path, with the lots of fitan and the like of it. And it shows that to be admitted to the deen of Islam, to follow the way the Prophet ﷺ requires for the person to be patient till he meets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.